And welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to the kitchen. My name is Maya. Today, I know we've been doing like a lot of fish and a lot of, or not fish, I mean chicken and other things lately. So I thought today we would do our version of a Parmesan crusted tilapia. So I got all my ingredients out here. Everything is all set. So I'll show you what we're going to do for this. Starting off here in my pan, I have 3/4 of a cup of Parmesan cheese. To that, I've added 1 teaspoon of dill. And then I am going to add 1 teaspoon of basil, 1 teaspoon of Cajun seasoning, and 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. So we'll add that in here. We have in here 1 teaspoon of black pepper and 1 teaspoon of salt. And here we have 1 tablespoon of sugar. And what we will do is we'll just get in here with my hands and we will mix this all up. And now for this recipe, I have 2 smaller fillets here of tilapia. You can use, up to however many pieces you want. It's your decision. But while we are gonna, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna dredge this into our Parmesan crusted mix here. But while I'm doing that, I am gonna end up heating up in a cast iron pan 3 tablespoons of butter, and we'll get this nice and hot, and we'll get this going. And in the meantime, like I say, I will just take my fish, and I'm just gonna dredge it inside the mixture here, getting this to all stick to the fish. Press it down, and you can press it down fairly hard here. And tilapia is a hardy fish. It won't break or anything like that. All right. Get my second piece here. And I'll get this coated. Just pull some of this over. Get this. And as with any kind of fish, poultry, whatever you touch, always make sure to wash your hands. So I'm gonna just step off to the side here, wash my hands real quick while we're waiting for that butter to melt. All right. And let me get this turned up just a little bit more here. All right. So now our butter, I'm gonna just turn it up to high here. I'm gonna get our butter to first melt and get the pan nice and hot. Once the pan becomes nice and hot, I'm gonna turn the heat down to about a medium heat or so, because this cast iron pan will retain the heat, but also I don't wanna burn the fish. I wanna give the fish an opportunity to actually cook and brown slow and nicely. So get this all melted. Is that on high? Nope. It's on. All right. Now we'll just let this butter heat up. And while I have a few seconds, I'd just like to let y'all know what we've got coming up in future programs. Coming up, we will be doing a surf and turf program for 2 people. We will also be doing a bacon ranch chicken breast, which should be a really good one. And also, since we are coming up on our fair festival here, I will be showing you within the next couple weeks or so. I'm entering the fair in terms of cookies. One is a cranberry pumpkin cookie, and the other one is a butterscotch oatmeal cookie. And I will be posting on here. I'm going to show you the recipe, show you how I made them and everything, but I'll also show you how I ended up doing in the competition, if I ended up winning any kind of place or anything like that. And also, like I've said before, coming up this fall, we have some interesting things coming up, like fall specials involving with pumpkin, football, all that kind of stuff. So make sure you're always checking back here every week, every Monday, and we just do what we can to make, show you guys how to cook and how to do things. So like I say, always check back. So anyways, we got our butter now. It's starting to come up here to a nice sizzle. And I'm just going to put a little bit of the parm in here and see how hot it is. And that's fairly hot, so that's good. All right. All right, now what I'm going to do is, as you can see, the pan is starting to smoke here. So I'm going to turn this down to a medium heat, and I'm going to go ahead and we'll put our fish right in here. And like I say, the nice thing about cast iron is once you get it up to a really hot heat, high heat, it will hold the heat, and these are going to cook really nice. So let me just grab a plate here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to end up putting them on once they're done. I'm going to end up putting them on a paper plate here lined with a piece of paper towel. And that will absorb most of the grease and all that from here. But I'm going to just hold this a little flat here so this fish has a chance to cook. And what you're looking for when you pan frying your fish is, like I say, is the obvious, is that it's, nice and golden brown on both sides. But you're also looking for it to just be flaky enough that it's just flaking, and that ensures that the fish is done, but not overdone. Because in my opinion, you overcook fish, it gets real rubbery, it gets real tough, and at that rate, you might as well just chew on a rubber band, So don't, like I say, don't overcook it, but you also want to make sure that it's done. So just take a look here. Oh yeah, that is browning very nicely. So we'll take a couple seconds here with the butter around. And just turn the heat just a little bit up. It's cooking nicely. It's a little slow. So we'll let that fry. I'm going to just turn one over here and see. Oh, perfect. Now, by going low on the heat like this, I'll show you at the end of the video close-up picture of what it looks like, brown and done and everything. But if you go a lower heat, like I say, and let it cook slow and everything. You will get a nice crust on your fish. Your fish will be done perfectly. But also, I've learned from experience, like I say, with cast iron pans, is always keep the heat low, because you do this on a high heat and you're thinking that this pan won't like hold the heat or won't cook or whatever. You're absolutely wrong, because I have torched a lot of fish and a lot of other things doing it on a higher heat. And like I say, I've learned from experience to, you know, keep the heat down low. So that is almost done. The fish probably takes no more than 5 minutes, thereabout. And I'm just going to flip it back over here and let this other side cook one more time. And just grab a fork here. Now I'm just gently pulling on the fish right now just to see if it's starting to flake, and it is. So I probably turn it back over here, give it about another 30 seconds on this side. Perfect. And there we have it. Put it out on my plate here to let it absorb some of the oil. Put this off to the side. And there we go. Now let's just see here. I don't have... So I'm just going to take a taste right off of here, just to see how it is. You get the saltiness from the Parmesan. The sugar balances it out. It's light, it's flaky. Serve this with like a little bit of squeeze of lemon on top, or even some tartar sauce if you like. But for me, right out of the pan like this, hot, light, flaky, it's a beautiful fish, a great tasting fish. And I hope you try this recipe and enjoy it for yourself. And again, if there's anything that you would like to see me do down the road, whether it's smoking, oven, baking, whatever, please leave a comment below, and I will choose a different one every week and try to do something different for everybody out there. Other than that, if you liked what I do, please give this a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please take a moment and subscribe. And like I say, every Monday we post something brand new, something different. So until then, check back next week where we're going to be doing something fun, fresh, and fast. And until then, y'all have a great weekend, a great week and a weekend. And I will see you next Monday right here in my kitchen on the Walski channel. Thanks for joining us. Have a good one.